Hello and welcome to the Sketching Greyhound and the Buffy Club. Thank you very much for dropping by. We are drawing today again. The Friday live stream it is, and that is Buffy themed. I don't know if you're a Buffy fan. If you are right here, and we are drawing today Kendra. The people on my Discord, the Buffy Club members, have selected Kendra as the candidate, and she was the only nominee. So, pretty obvious choice then. Not that extremely surprising anymore. But, okay, you can hear me. I have to check that because there was an issue last time and I did not notice for a little bit of a longer time. And we need music, so let me start music. So it doesn't drown me out, so you can hear my ramblings, and then we can begin. I have to change the template picture. I'm a bit late. Normally I should have started half an hour earlier, but I was not at home in time. So this is the picture. This is the picture of Kendra, which we will be drawing. Where am I? I'm gone. And there I am again. Okay. So this is the picture of Kendra that we will be drawing. It is actually the very first time that she appears in the series and in the episode. So first time we see her face. I think a good picture to draw. As always, I prepare the picture beforehand so that we can start with a little bit more of context, that I don't have to measure all the time and see if eyes are the correct size and stuff like that, or at least position. Size is always still a little bit shaky because you can see it's not that detailed picture that I've drawn. Size wise and so on, we have to be careful, of course, but moving everything around. So I have to open there it is, my reference picture on my PC, and then we can get started. Yeah, so normally I always sounds a bit strange. I start with the eyes, because it always looks a bit nicer when the eyes are already drawn. It looks a little bit more lively. If you draw the eyes later, it can look a bit creepy at times. And on Halloween we can do it differently. Here we draw uncreepy, ideally. Coffee is hot. Still fresh coffee. Let me check quickly again. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. You should hear music. Make the music a little bit louder again. Okay, and let's start. So, with the eyes, she has that was something that I was thinking about when I prepared this. Oh, I have to be careful again with the head, that you don't see always the rim of the head. With the gray pictures, that happens more than with the white ones that you can see my head, and I forget to stay away from the camera, because on the gray, this pencil, this mechanical one that I'm using, is a little bit reflective and not so easy to see from this direction with all the lights. It's not ideally, so I try to twist and turn my head so a little bit so that I can see it better, and then I sometimes go forward, lean forward, and then you can see my head. My head does not have its own name yet. I'm open for suggestions. So, no, what I was originally trying to say when I was drawing this picture, the preparation, I was thinking about the amount of makeup she's using. I have nothing against that, but she is portrayed as a character that is very matter-of-factly, and so a bit strange that she invests the time in this. She doesn't have friends. Well, she probably doesn't have anything else to do, does she? Hello Narcissus, welcome to the stream. Hey, you should go to sleep. How is the application to that school going along? Tomorrow's weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday, so you don't have to go to bed. Hello, SMA L Bakri. How do I call you? Hello and welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for dropping by. How are you on this? Here it's not that beautiful day. They said it should be. There should be a lot of. What do you say? How do you say it? A lot of rain and a thunderstorm, more or less. So, but yeah, what can you do? It did not arrive. It did not come. So. Try to do something. Did not work. Okay. So how are you, SMA? I'll call you SMA as long as you don't tell me something else. And Narcissus, tell me about your day and your application. Hey Altec, welcome. SMA, you're asking where you can get those coasters, mood coasters. They are not for sale. I thought about it actually, if you can make a business out of them, but they are, because of the color and the amount of coating you need to do, they are really, they would be really expensive. I would have to take, I think, $15 or something for or almost $20 for four pieces. So didn't make sense. Some of my friends didn't have to change with the competitors, so they chose another school, but I'm lucky enough to get. Are you already? Okay, so you are accepted, but your friend is not accepted. Altec, yes, Kendra, good choice. She was the only nominee, so she was an easy choice, I guess. And I think 4 people have voted for her. That is the highest yet for a winner. So yeah, but I forgot to start recording, so I should start that now. So let me show for the recording the beginning, the picture, and now we can start again with a drawing. So Narcissus, yeah, that it is That is the bad then, that your friend is not there. But let me tell you, it's not terrible. When I went to university, I did not know anybody, and that sounds scary, but it's also a little bit of a chance, you know. It is a restart, and you open up a chapter in your life with all the possibilities, and you can do and be whatever you want to be. And that is also very positively exciting. So look at the bright sides. Even if you don't know anybody there, most of the people don't know anybody there probably, and you get to know a whole lot of new people. And that in itself is also something good, so don't worry too much. So, hello Artab, hello and welcome to the stream. And sorry that I am so late to everybody, but thank you so much for coming anyway. I hope you have all the bell activated so you know when I really come online. I don't come so late because I want to force you guys to ring that bell, but yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes you're not. I wasn't home fast enough. It took a little bit longer. A little trip I had to take. So it's 1 in the morning. Should go to sleep. Be right back. Yeah, it is very late. So if you have to sleep, go to sleep. I am of course very happy to have you people here with me today. So we were looking in a, how do you call it? A DIY store, I think you call them, at least in US. I don't know if you call them the same in the UK, where you buy the stuff for your garden and when you want to build stuff yourself. We were in such a store, and we still did not know what to eat actually, so we wanted to get takeout somewhere, and surprisingly enough you could eat outside there without any tests or whatever. So we decided on short notice to eat right there in that little restaurant, and it felt so normal. It was really fun. So sorry for being late, but we had to play normal people, normal life. So I was not sure if I would go with the gray paper, but I decided in the end to go with the gray paper. This is a daylight picture, not a nighttime picture. Nighttime pictures have more dramatic lighting oftentimes, most of the times, in contrast to, because of the artificial light sources, and more shadow, and then the light from the artificial sources. But this is a daylight picture, normally not ideal for the gray paper, but I decided in the end, because of the eyes and some other lighter areas, it should also look pretty cool on the gray paper. We will see. I'm half an hour late, so I am how I am. I am a bit tired. It was a long day again, but now happy that I can draw this, because I was looking forward to Kendra. She is, you don't know the characters, right, Artab, right, Anna? She is from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, as all the Friday characters are. and she is a strong woman that is hunting vampires. She's not Buffy, the titular character, but she's another vampire slayer. The first other. So normally there's only one, but because Buffy for a short amount of time died in the first season of the series, the second slayer, Kendra, was also called. So she now is also a slayer, and they meet in these episodes that we had here, and she is a pretty cool character, Kendra. Very matter-of-factly, very strong character. So I will be with you guys in a second. I just want to make sure that I get the what do you say? The eyelashes correctly, and this is I'm messing up this line here already. So don't know her, but I think she's beautiful and a bit scary. She is in this scene. This is the very first scene that she appears in the series, Anna, and we don't know at that point in time who she is, and they let it seem as if she is an evil person, as if she is a bad guy. They on purpose make it, they introduce her in between two other characters that are evil, and so it really looks like she is also evil. And that's why she has to look like this. But she is not evil. She helps Buffy. She does help Buffy. How is, I don't know. Grammar. English grammar. And you know me, I have always slightly scary looking people. Someone commented on my new drawing that the nose was wrong. Really bad because she's right, but my mother won't let me take down the Don't you dare take down a video. Have you seen some of my videos there? Have you watched my Tom Holland Spider-Man video? The complete face is off. It is a little bit to the left, I think. Everything is off in that face. You don't take those down, those videos. It is your journey, and you learn and you make mistakes, and you have to stand by those mistakes. And also definitely just because somebody comments something, you don't decide on taking down videos. Don't you dare. I have a couple of videos that I would take down if I would be thinking like that. But nobody's perfect. And if the nose was not perfect, learn from it for the next time. But don't hide that you learn. Hello Liana, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream today. So we have the first eye already of our Kendra, and I think it is not final. But it is a start. It's not completely off. Looks like a nice looking eye. So we will start with that. Now go over to the right eye. First thing I do before choosing to subscribe to a new creator, check out some of the old stuff. Really interesting seeing the journey. Exactly. Right? So if you that is very interesting, especially also for us creators, right? For example, DIY creators that I really like to watch, and now also gaming stuff. Evan and Caitlin, I don't know if you know them, but they are husband and wife, and they are doing originally DIY stuff, and quite differently in the beginning, and it gets more and more silly what they are doing, and it was very down to earth in the beginning, and it is something to learn from also in terms of length of video and stuff like that. I was watching at them for information how because they changed it also when they became bigger. They did other stuff, and I think you can do stuff differently, like length of videos and so on. You can do that differently when you're bigger, but you have to do it differently when you're smaller. And you learn from also, even in those regards, from other creators. I'm so surprised that your sketching Kendra was such a close race. Yeah, right? I think 4 people have been voting, or even more, and I did not even vote because not that required, I would say, that I vote. Father's work finished in the year, started screaming. Good night, Anna. See you next time. Have a good night's sleep. So, yeah, also stuff like I've been looking at other creators, how they do it in regards with thumbnails, for example. Show the whole picture, don't show the whole picture, show in the beginning how the end product looks, or do not do that. Difficult decisions when you're more a topic when you are an art creator than when you're a gaming creator, I would guess. Yeah, but it can be that people just click on it to see the end result, and if you show it in the beginning, they go away. But with smaller creators, it seems to be more content to show as much as possible also in the beginning, so that people know what they are in for. Well, that's at least how I handle it, so that's why I show not everything in the beginning anymore. I have been showing everything, but not anymore. But it looks so small, but it is correct. I should add the eyelashes and everything, then the right eye will also look bigger, and then it will probably fit again. So put some things here as a foundation, more or less, and then I can start with the I think this is makeup. Kendra is very cool, but when I was drawing her, I found it interesting. Do you remember if they say at any point in time why she is really heavily using makeup? Because she's so matter of fact. It somewhat does not fit the character. It's not like she wouldn't have time to do it because she doesn't have friends or anything. but in these 2 episodes that they don't talk about it, I'm pretty sure. But it's somewhat strange that she has so perfect and a lot of makeup, as the matter of fact all work slayer. Here I have to go a little bit deeper with the white. I remember the first time I saw her though, I was so confused then and said, and it doesn't fit unless you are me and have a lot of head canon for everything. Yeah, well, it is like it is, and it is not you can invent reasons or and so on. So it's not a big bad thing. It's not world breaking or anything. It was just something I was thinking about when I prepared the picture. So as I said, the eyes are not final, but I think we are off to a pretty okay start with them. So where is my gel pens? Here they are. Every app I was using that is using location-based services like Pokemon, all of them, they all told me, oh, be careful and warning for terrible weather and stuff like that. And I waited and waited and waited, but no terrible weather. Not good weather, but no rain, nothing. For some reason it does not want to put white there. Let's go with a big one. For some reason I also feel like the one with a big tip is also brighter, a brighter white. It is the same brand and everything. It's just a 10 and the other one is a 5. But for some reason the 10 looks so much whiter. But it's a good thing because it's a bit more of a contrast to the pastel white that I've drawn the rest of the eyes with, so the light reflections are the brightest part. That's a good thing. That's a good theory, Liana, because she is talking about undercover. That's why she says she is flying in the with the cargo, in the cargo part of the plane. How do you say it? I don't know. She says that it's not undercover if you fly on a normal seat. So that could be an undercover part. It's a very smart theory. Fair enough with YouTube. I told to start your stream as soon as it started and it didn't. Yeah, when you open it, it sometimes does not work. I sometimes also I have always one window open to see what other people see and to use it for the chat, to see the chat on that screen. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but sometimes it does not start automatically and I have to hit restart, reload. No idea why. Okay, I think this is a good start. I hope. I think it looks reasonably well. The eyes are looking like they are a good size. So now we will go for the nose. Shiny eyes, yes. Does secret only mean a thing to you? The cargo hold of the plane, yes. Something like that. Well, the problem about my theories is if I have them long enough, I accept them as facts, hence headcanon. Isn't that the 1N canon, though? I was thinking about that already the first time that you were using it, so it's... I'm not sure, but for some reason. I would have thought it's 1N. So... these are the times that I really like my approach to prepare something in advance, so I can go now for the fun part, like really go for it, not measuring again where has the nose to sit. I trust that in the beginning when I draw everything, because I could look at it and with all the in relation to each other, it looked pretty good, and I normally am not too wrong, and the stuff that is a little bit wrong, there always are some things like too big or too small or too far to the left or the right. You can fix that with shading oftentimes, and I can just go for it when I have prepared, you know. I can just now draw this in here and do not have to wait and check, and makes it also easier for me to communicate with chat. I don't have to concentrate as much on creating. You always notice later in the stream, most of the time I get a little bit more quiet. I become a little bit more quiet. I am a little bit more quiet just because then more details sometimes require me to really check out that I put them in the right place and the right size and so on. A bit more of a challenge than the general proportions, which I have made sure they are pretty okay and pretty correct before the stream even starts. So again, considering how far in I go already with the shading and everything, but I think a little bit of the highlights, for example, I can already put in just a bit to show the general shape of things, dimensions of things, such as this light reflection on the nose. Just a bit, just a little bit. I rewatched The Witcher the other day, and I think I liked it better the second time. although I did not remember it, like I did not like it that much. I have to describe that differently. I was not perfectly happy with The Witcher the first time I saw it. But I did not remember it that way anymore. I only remembered the things that I did not like that much when I rewatched it. And one of the main things, if you haven't seen that, skip the next 30 seconds or something of the video, if you don't want to get spoiled. But I describe it very fast. This series is jumping times, so there are different threads of the story. You have Geralt, you have Yennefer, for example, and they are on different times, and you don't know, or Ciri also, definitely Ciri, a lot of the Ciri story. So different timelines. So it seems like it's at the same time because it cuts from one to the other, but it isn't. There is a lot of time in between. You only learn about that halfway through the series or something. And that is an interesting thing. And it is a valid choice. But I wasn't 100% happy with it the first time I saw it. The second time I knew. So it didn't bother me as much. I think the episodic style of a series makes that a very valid choice, the way they did it. So to not only introduce characters very late in the series, but directly at the beginning, you would not be able to do that otherwise. But in the beginning, first time I saw it, I wasn't so happy with it. So she has a lot of makeup. Goodbye, thank you for staying Altec for so long. For some reason I didn't mind that. I'm very annoyed with these things. Yeah, it is, if you think about it, it is almost necessary that they do it that way. You know, otherwise they would have to introduce Ciri very late in the story, only, and you would have two parts more or less. You would have the first part of the series is one timeline, and then you have another part. You could have done it like this, but it's a very smart way in which they have done it. But I don't know if I would have been happier, or if it would have even been a choice. If it would have been possible to let the viewer know beforehand about that. I don't know if that still would have worked, but I guess they wanted on purpose to surprise the viewer. I'm pretty sure they do that on purpose. But yeah. As I said, it is a valid choice. I had read most of the stories in the book that they used for the series. Not the later ones, but I haven't read anything about Ciri in the books. But the other parts, most of them I had read. But I did not know how to put them on a time. So I did not notice it, because even though I read most of the stories. Hello Dana, welcome, hey! How are you? Move. So you have internet. That's the most important thing. So the trip was successful. I'm so excited that you hear that I don't find the words. The trip was successful. And will there be a trip video? Have you created enough material for a vlog of the trip? I would be very interested in seeing that. Just fell in love with Henry Cavill's portrait of Garrett. Yes, exactly. I looked at that again also when I saw this, and he is just really the perfect Garrett. He's really good. He is really good as Garrett, because you also notice that his heart is there. And the voice, the deep voice he's doing is also very cool and fitting. Very much looking forward to season 2. Yeah, I hope it won't take too long. Did a video last night of it. Have you released the video? I have to check it. I have not seen it. We were traveling yesterday, and today was also a busier day for my on my scale of busyness. So I'll make quite the quiet weekend, I guess. I was really excited to draw Kendra, truth be told. I was actually considering to skip the live because it was all very busy, but I really wanted to draw Kendra. And I'm so happy that I did, because all of you have time and are here, and that makes me happy. To get to meet Siri in the first book for like 2 lines. I don't. Yeah, I think so. With the Lioness of Sintra, I might have read her, but did not notice at that point in time, because I did not know the character Siri at that point in time. That was before the games, before I played the games. Not the first game, but in the first game you don't have Siri. And I now also liked Triss more. I did not really like her actress the first time around, because she's nothing like she's portrayed in the games, or as I imagined her. I'm just on the side right now looking at Dana's channel to see if that video is actually online, and I have missed it. I'll move from... Is that a short? No, it's not a short, right? For some reason it doesn't show me the length of the video. Why doesn't it show me the length of the video? Strange. I will definitely check that out. So no more sound. No worries. I think so, yes. Sword of Destiny. I think so. So... I don't know, is there an automatic subtitle? No, not live, right? That would be fun. Live automatic subtitle generation. So... Okay, so I am pretty happy with the eyes. I think the shape of the nose is also good. And now we will go for the mouth. Let's see if we can make a hat trick. myself also happy with the mouth. That would be something. Didn't hear that you didn't like Yennefer because I didn't like her in the book, so the fact that I didn't... No, not Yennefer, Triss. Triss. I wasn't happy with Triss. Originally, but the second time, yes. I was also fine with that, because I think that's the thing when you have a clear picture about things, a clear expectation how things look. The first time that can really cream your corn. Is that a saying in the US? I think so. But when you watch something a second time, those things don't necessarily bother you as much because you're expecting them now, and then you can give them actually a fair chance. That's how most of the time I at least experience it. I will actually open a window here. Pretty warm, and I think outside it is not as warm. Yeah, she was not a redhead in the movie, was she? That's the thing that I did not like as much. I did not like her perfectly well also in the games, the portrayal. And the second time around, I actually found her pretty. But she has a very small role. I like Triss as a character in the books very much. And you don't see that much of her in the series. They have not selected the Triss-centric stories, which is fine. But which is also a shame. Because Yennefer is very interesting, very interesting character, yes. But also a bit of a B word. But she's the one for Garrett, so that it's totally fine that she has the main, is sitting in the main seat for the female lead. Actually, I'm looking forward to see the dynamic between her and Ciri. Second season. You have to give up on Triss and Geralt. It is a story and a whole universe that centers around destiny, and Triss is not Geralt's destiny. We should talk more about Buffy in a Buffy-centric stream, shouldn't we not? Anybody in here I want to talk about Buffy? The episodes where we have gotten this picture from, this is Kendra, the first other Slayer that we get to see in the series. So in the first season, Buffy was actually dead for a couple of seconds. 2 minutes or something, I don't remember. They say it, I think. And that caused Destiny to choose another Slayer. Kendra is coming from. She doesn't really know that Buffy's still around. So they meet in battle for the very first time. But that is quickly resolved. And Kendra then in the end even helps her with Angel, which she doesn't understand, that a Slayer is in love with a vampire. That's a very strange concept for her. Which is understandable, I would say. So get some reflection on the lips. We have some reflections here underneath the eye. Around the eye. I was almost drawing her on white paper because it's a daylight picture, and so it's not that dramatic in terms of lighting and doesn't necessarily require or does not pop with these white colors that you add on the gray. But I mainly decided to draw it on gray because it would have been the first and probably only Buffy Club picture on white paper. But also I really enjoy drawing with the white pencils and drawing those highlights and getting that dynamicness, even if it won't be as strong here with our Kendra. I never really know, should I first shade dark, should I first shade the lighter areas, the highlights, but most of the time I then go with the lights or the highlights, going with the white, just because also it just looks more interesting, you know, for you as a viewer, but also it is more exciting to do. But before I start with more of the highlights, I should commit a little bit to the shape of the face. So we just draw the outline. Because that also has, of course, an impact on the positioning and the size of stuff, highlights in the face, how far to pull these highlights, for example. All that is much easier to decide when you know where the face stops. Basically. You can do it the other way around. You can just say, okay, I do it the other way around and say, I firstly draw those highlights and then let them help me to decide how far the face has to go. But at least for me, that results in more errors. We can go just a little bit darker here with the outline because the hair is also quite dark again, so all of this will be dark. And I also just, even if there would be nothing there, I sometimes just like to put in dark contrast lines just to make more of a difference between face and background and hair. I'm pretty happy with how it looks yet, I have to say. I think she has a similar facial expression. Every time I see her, my first thought is, this is me. Favorite shirt. This is me only shirt. I don't know if that is nice to do, but it is a citation. If you haven't seen the series, she says that she has a very unique, I don't know where that dialect is coming from, but she's just so likable. Bit B-wordy in the first time now that she has appeared, but she is quite likable. All in all. I would have preferred for her to stay around. Always to be careful when you shade something in cross-hatching on the upper lip, that it does not look like a beard when there should not be a beard. That can go wrong pretty easily. I already have forgotten. I've seen her in something else, the actress. I've already forgotten what that was. I did not recognize her directly. Hey Dante, welcome to to this stream. How are you? Welcome back. We are drawing Kendra from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Friday Buffy-centric stream. Yeah, I was really looking forward to drawing her, and there wasn't any other nomination for these two episodes. There could have been a Spike one, there could have been an Angel one, a Drew again nomination, even an Oz one, but I think nobody really thought anybody else would be fitting. It had to be Kendra. Just at work? A good thing that you can watch YouTube streaming at work. For me. I'm pretty well. A bit tired. It's later here, obviously. It was a busy day. Busy end of the week. But I'm glad I can draw a little bit today. So all is good is all is good here. All is good is here. Sorry, my head again. So I hope with you too. So I think we are on a good way here. I am pretty happy with how she looks for now. Of course, Dante is running around and killing demons left and right, and still finds the time to write into my chat. He is a professional. Side of the face. We haven't done that yet. Started half an hour later, but I probably won't be streaming half an hour longer. Bit beat. Let me see how long my angel is already suffering along the concentration. That's the word. Concentration will hold. I'm so happy that I have those two very different pencils, the white colored pencil and the pastel one. The pastel one, which is very stark white, very intense, and the colored one with which I have a lot more control. the white looks more intense on video. Here, this looks for me like pretty okay blending, not a harsh line on the video. Now it's already also a little bit more blended, but it is looking. I haven't played around with the. There has to be reflection again. I haven't played around with contrast or something. Must be the reflection with all the lights around. I have to play around with those. Making them a little bit more even. Do I sub or throw money at you here? On YouTube a little bit difficult, but I am quite close actually at getting monetization. So I could introduce something like a what do you call it? Something like the subs on Twitch. You can add them when you're monetized, but I would need something to add as a benefit, and I have no ideas yet what to do for something like that. Then you could become a member of the channel and get something. I have no idea what though. I'm really close to getting monetized, and it just sense then for the beginning, but it is a big hurdle that had taken a long time, so it will be a more of a personal triumph and feeling of satisfaction than a real monetary success or something. Really, with my views, we're talking about cents, but that is totally okay. Yeah, but YouTube is missing some key functionality in that area. For example, I don't think that they want to be bothered with the money handling for small creators. So a system like the bits from Twitch would be cool if they would have something like that, but I don't think they want to introduce something natively to their platform. They don't want to handle all of that. So, I think we are on a good road, and pretty fast, actually. Good thing about Kendra, there aren't that many lines in her face. Everything is quite smooth, youthful, comparatively easy to draw, or fast to draw. Other side of the face. This is a bit tricky in terms of shading here, because we don't have clear lines that we can just draw in. This is created by shadows, these lines on the chin. So I have to be a bit careful. And still trying to be as correct as possible. Stringy hair, looks a bit blended. No worries, mate. So to position the cheekbones correctly, so not that easy. We're waiting the whole day already for a thunderstorm, for a lot of rain, and it's not coming. I'm hearing a little bit of growling far away again. We'll see if it finally reaches us at some point. So I don't know if you've already noticed, but it looks like we are not using blending tools today. I've started to use them from time to time, but not always. And I don't feel like I want to use it here, I think. Not necessarily the final word spoken. Sometimes change my mind when I continue the picture a little bit later. A couple of days after the stream. Sometimes it feels like then it's something I should do, but I don't think in this case I will. So we have a little bit of cheekbone, but not as intense. We have to be a bit careful. Making it visible, not too intense. I'm watching the camera picture actually while I'm drawing because the light reflections make it sometimes look different where I'm sitting here than it looks from top. So it sometimes helps to draw with the camera picture as a reference point. Wouldn't use a blending tool either at this point. It looks really. Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you, Dana. I also sometimes add the S in the end. So how is your dog? Has the dog had fun on the trip? Is it a he or a she? My big one would have fun on such a trip, I think, but the small one, she hates driving, so it would not be her favorite pastime. And do you already notice the temperature difference? Is it already something that you notice heavily? So many questions. I will watch your video and see if you answer some of them. If not, I will put them in comment and wait for a second video, a Q&A video. So I'm not 100% happy yet with the shadow side, but that's mainly because of how it blends into the rest. It looks quite stark yet. Should not. Probably have to do something there. But overall, I'm still pretty pleased. She's loving the backyard. It's all fenced so she can just run. She was an amazing traveling dog. That's great. It's very humid here, but I love it way better than the cold. Yeah, I believe that. I'm also not a cold person. I would also definitely prefer the warmer weather. But I imagine that it is very different and that you probably need... Although I would guess in the beginning that it is not that extreme because, well, it might feel... I could imagine that it feels a little bit like a vacation, you know? When you change to different types of temperatures just for a vacation, for a short amount of time. But when your body then realizes that it's not for a short time, but it stays like that. I guess you'll notice it then again. I could imagine. Thunderstorms are amazing. We are waiting for one here. I was promised a thunderstorm. Nothing happening yet. I can imagine that you probably have seen so many things and experienced so many things on your travel to inspire your next 100 pictures. So looking forward to you starting again with the videos. Good old camera is coming along nicely. feel like we are on a vacation. Yeah, I can believe that. I think it would also for me and my body and my just also for your consciousness to really understand that this is now the new normal when it is so different. Yeah, I imagine that could be a challenge. Well, not a bad challenge, just different. Have you get to know already some neighbors? Is it a nice, cool neighborhood that you're in? Is it so you have a backyard, so it's probably a smaller town, or at least not directly in a town center or something? Is it a small? Is all that answered in the video, and should I just wait until I've seen the video? I'm sorry that I'm so nosy, Dana. Probably have to get a smoother transition between these bigger area highlights and shadows, this area and this area. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to get my studio set up so I can I do believe that we're in an awesome neighborhood. Everyone is super nice, great people. We live in Fresno. It may way bigger than our little town of Seward, AK, but with a yard, so you have everything you need. It sounds like fantastic. That's good. Let me put in just a little bit so that we know there's something else. I'm thinking about, should I still draw the ear today? I should talk louder. I'm quite quiet today. I'm sorry for that. I'm a bit tired. What I do want to do is just put in the reflection here of the just this little curvature. Those probably also. Here. that one looks a lot smaller. I guess I have to make it bigger. Yeah, better. I have to, especially the white parts are looking from my perspective from here, because of the light, they're looking much less intense than on the video picture from up above, because of the reflections. So the camera picture is actually the one that is right, and what I'm seeing is not right. So I have to look a lot here with those white areas on the screen, on the video screen, to see how it really looks. This is a bit too dark, but I can make it a bit less dark with my network eraser. So this area, of course, also needs a little bit of a presence. About 25,000 people. That's not really big, is it? Well, it is. Pretty sure you know that Germany, as a comparison to US, extremely small. Although we have over a fourth of the people of the US, almost a third, but we are so much smaller, so we look at stuff like that a bit differently. Sizes of cities and so on. There are also very small ones. I went to university with somebody from a 57 people. I'm struggling to call it village, but something like that, or 75, something like that. Not 100 people. And where I'm coming from, originally there are a lot of so smaller ones, but we also have the really big cities. And this is here where I'm living is considered a smaller city, and it is 150,000. Barely is called city. Sure to get a pool, that way we can make perfect. That's the best. Way bigger than Surat, aka it has only 2,700. Oh, it's starting raining finally. Ah. Should have been raining the whole day. Okay, now we have, I would say, we have a first draft Kendra. I will draw a little bit of the ear, but that will be all for today then. I'm feeling a little bit like I would like to continue drawing, but don't think it would be good for me. I would like for the air to get a bit better, you know, and after the rain. I love the air after the rain. If it's too warm, then also the extreme humidity and temperature, it's not that nice, but most of the time I love the air after rain. So ear, still ear. I'm already jumping again to the next thing. Should concentrate on one thing after the other. Bit of highlights. As this is also quite in the light, the ear. Yeah. There we have it, the ear and the face. And the earrings. Thank you very much for even being here. So thank that you took the time just after the internet came back to visit me. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking so forward to what you produce in the near future. And I will check out your, I would almost have said vacation, but travel video. Thank you very much for being here, and have a great day and a fantastic weekend. So and now the rain really starts, so I will have to close the window, or you might start to hear it, and better than me. Yeah, so okay. Quickly check this side of the earring also. Also not final, but still, for now, I think totally okay. So, last thing, just a little bit more darkness here in this area to limit more or less the face and show where the hair begins, and there's a little bit more how do you say it? Delinearized is probably not the right word. But to show where one starts and the other ends. Also, definitely not the final version, but just to show, okay, there is something still incoming. And also here, I won't draw the outer lines, just to show a little bit. Here we have, yeah. I think that's okay for today. I think I'm pretty happy. It looks a bit like her. So that is very good. That makes me happy. But now, I like how I can draw with this pencil on the white. Works pretty neat. This is it now. So let's take a quick look at what we have done. We have drawn Kenra from Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2 on gray paper. The first draft of the face, more or less. Here are areas where we can also add still shading. There's still some stuff that I want to do to the face. Then there's obviously the hair, and I'm not sure that I will draw the necklace how it is depicted, because that is a bit difficult and quite detailed. We will see. I'm not sure yet. Maybe that I try to do it in a point style, because it looks like a lot of light points and then just some darker contrast lines around those points and parts. Perhaps I find a way to do it pretty quickly and easily, but I will probably not do it in a way that you could compare it, or you could count the points on the necklace on the picture, and it would be the exact same amount of points in the. I don't think so. We will see. Yeah, but all in all, I am surprisingly happy. I think it looks decently like she does. You can kinda recognize her. So I was really looking forward to drawing Kendra, and I'm happy with the results. So how could I be happier? Let me go. You cannot even see my mouth. I'm sorry. So yeah, but this is Kendra. This was the Buffy Club. That is the Friday streams. Every Friday we are drawing a character from Buffy that was elected by the Buffy Club members on my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you find in the description. Let me check out that I am not lying to you right now. There should be in the description. Yes, the link tree where you can find my Twitter account, my Instagram, everything, and also the Discord. There you can join the Buffy Club if you're interested. Yeah, and then you can decide next week who will be, or you can help decide who will be drawn next week on Friday. As always, I will finish this picture outside of stream. I will put up a video that shows the complete process in a time lapse, around 6 to 8 minutes normally. You will be able to find that somewhere next week on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe and to hit that bell to see when the video is coming out. Then you can see the final result. Thank you all very much for attending. There were many people that I could see again, like Dana and Liana, always a welcome guest, a most welcome guest, and Anna in the beginning. So thank you all, everybody. I'll tag everybody who I did not mention by name. Thank you all for coming. You make this stream so much fun, and give me the motivation to fight and be disciplined about doing this. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. You spending your time with me. I hope I'll see you next time, and goodbye.